Okay. I have acquired my list of words because I will be reading every Japanese word. And by every Japanese word, what I actually mean is I'll be reading every Japanese word in the Genki 1 and Genki 2. Probably we'll see how long it takes. I'm gonna start with Genki 1, Japanese textbook, and if it doesn't take that long, I'll go on to Genki 2. So that's what I mean by every Japanese word. Um yeah. Um let's see. Let me just double check my overlay. Oh, oh, I won't have chat on screen, huh? Um well, that's unfortunate. Um that's fine. What I will instead do is move this. That is very sad. Someone will have to look to the side, right? Okay, Japan. Select color. That one. Okay. And then how do I do paragraphs? Fuck. Properties. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Um if you want to follow along, you'll have to like get a copy of the books yourselves because I think technically me showing the physical book and like the word lists would be piracy potentially. I'm not sure, but I don't want to risk it because I don't want to potentially get a strike against my channel. Yeah. Um anyway, let's start with lesson 1 tango. Hmm. Okay. Um you know what? To make this more interesting, I will read the Japanese word and the English meaning next to it. Okay. Ano. Um. Ima. Now. Ego. English language. E. Yes. Gakusei. Student. Go. Suffix for suffix for language. Example. Nihongo. Japanese language. Koukou. High school. Gogo. PM. Gozen. AM. Sai. Suffix for years old. Sun. I don't think I need to provide the translation for that one. G. O'clock. Jin. People suffix. E.g. Nihonjin. Japanese people. Senko. Major. Sensei. Teacher or professor. So desu. That's right. So desu ka. I see. Is that so? Daigaku. College. University. Denwa. Telephone. This isn't on the list, but I feel like you need to include it. Denwa bango. Telephone number. Um, Tomodachi. Don't need to translate that one, I don't think. Um, Namae. Name. Nani. What. Nihon. Japan. Nensei. Year student. E.g. Ichinensei. First year student. Hai. Yes. Half. E.g. Nijihan. 2:30. Bongo number. Oh, it was later down in the list. Never mind. Um, Ryugakusei, international student. Watashi, I. America, America. Igirisu, Britain. Australia, Australia. Hankoku, Korea. Sweden, Sweden. 中国, China. 科学, science. In terms of major, these next ones are like in terms of a major that you study generally. Asia Kenkyo, Asia studies. Keizai, economics. Kokusai Kankei, international relations. Computer. No, that refers to like computer science, like infotech. Jinnuigaku, humanities studies. Well, literally, it's anthropology. Seiji, politics, aka how to be insufferable. Business, business. Bungaku, literature. Rekishi, history. And now the next ones are occupations. Shigoto, job, work, occupation. Isha, doctor. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Kaishain, office worker. Kokosei, high school student. Shufu, housewife. Daigaku insei, grad student. Daigakusei, college student. Bengoshi, a lawyer. Now we have family. Okasan, mother. Oji-san. Oh, wait, no, that's not. Oto-san is the next one on the list, actually. And that's father. And we have One-san, which is older sister, and Oni-san, which is, yeah. Imoto, younger sister, and Ototo, younger brother. And then Oba-san is grandma, and Oji-san is like grandpa. But they're not on the list because this list is bad. Okay. Numbers. I guess this is a list of there is a list of numbers, so I guess I will read out the numbers. Okay. 0 or re for 0. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, that's like 1 to 20 and then 30 to 100. All right, where's the next? Where is lesson 2? Here we go. Lesson 2. Words that point. That's an interesting start to the lesson 2 tongo. Kore, this one. Sore, that one. Are, that one over there. Dore, which one? Kono, this. Sono, that. Ano, that over there. Dono, which. Koko, here. Soko, there. Asoko, over there. Doko, where. Dare, who. Hope people are noticing a pattern in these words that point. Because there's a pattern. Food. There are only 5 food things that exist, by the way. There's anything else is not food. So, oishii, delicious. Sakana, fish. Tonkatsu, pork cutlet. Niku, meat. Menu, you know what that is. Yasai, vegetable. Now we are looking at the list of all things. No other things exist. Ignore the rest of this textbook because these are the only things. Enpitsu, pencil. Kasa, umbrella. Kaban, bag. Kutsu, shoes. 財布 wallet. Jeans. I think that one's pretty obvious. Jisho dictionary, and also a very good website, jisho.org, my beloved. Jitensha bicycle. Shimbun newspaper. T-shirts. I think that one's obvious as well. Okay, watch or clock. Noto, notebook. Pen. That one's obvious. Boshi, hat or cap. Home, book. Now, there are only 5 places, by the way. Kisoten, cafe. Ginko, bank. Toire, which is obviously toilet. Toshokan, library. And Yubinkyoku, post office. There are no other places. Now I've got the countries again. We've got America, Igarisu, Kankoku, and Chugoku for USA, Britain, Korea, China. And we have majors rehashed again with Keizai, Computer, Business, and Rekishi for economics, computer, business, history. Wow. And then we've got 2 family members, only your parents though. Only Oka-san and Oto-san. Or if you want to be fancy, Haha and Chichi. Money Matters. Apparently bank was not part of Money Matters. Because ikura, how much, and yen, and expensive, takai. Wait, no, that was the wrong way around. Takai, expensive. Here. Okay, expressions. Irashaimase. That's what you hear when you enter a store. Something or onegaishimasu is that one, please. Or like, yeah, it's like thing, please. Okay. And then o kudasai is like the please give me that thing. Yeah. Ja, then, if that's the case. Dozo. Please, here it is. But like, please do that. Domo. Thanks. Alright, let's see. Where is lesson 3? Here it is. Okay. Do we have verbs? We have verbs. Yo, we're learning verbs now. Verbs exist. Okay. Eiga, movie. Ongaku, music. Zashi, magazine. Sports, that's pretty obvious. Deto, date. Tennis, that's pretty obvious too. Terebi, TV. Now we have more food that doesn't exist because we already had the list of all food. Ice cream. Yeah, it is literally that word, by the way. Asagohan, breakfast. Osake, sake or alcohol in general. Ocha, green tea. Coffee, dinner. Oh, fuck. Bangohan, dinner. Hamburger. Hiru gohan, lunch. Mizu, water. Now we have 3 more places that also don't exist because we already listed all of the places that exist. Ia, home. Uchi, my place. Specifically, like, ia is like the reading for like when you're referring to someone's house, whereas uchi is like your house, your home. Gakko, school. Asa, morning. Ashita, tomorrow. Itsu, when. Kyo, today. Goro, at about. So like niji goro would be around 2. I don't know if it's PM or AM because I didn't specify. Let's say gozen niji goro would be around 2 p.m. Gohan. Oh wait, no, konban. Konban. That's tonight. This night, literally. Shumatsu, weekend. Funnily enough, Romanian, I don't remember there being a word for weekend. We just say weekend, which is weird. But Japanese has one. It's got shumatsu. So yeah. Also, 2 days exist now. Doyobi and Nichiyobi, Saturday and Sunday. And we've got Mainichi every day, Maiban every night. Noticing the pattern on those. Pretty much every time word, it can be like my something, my yoru, my every like night, my getsu every month, my nen every year, my shu every week. Yeah. And it's the same kanji every time. It's that weird, like, kind of like additional stuff onto the one for mother. Anyway, we have verbs now. I'm rambling too much. I need to get back on the grind set. Iku, to go. Kaeru, to return. Kiku, to listen or to hear. Nomu, to drink. Hanasu, to talk or to speak a language. So let's see. Nihongo o hanasu would be to speak Japanese, or like to be able to, like, yeah. Well, hanaseru. So Nihongo o hanaseru would be like to be able to speak. And then if you're saying someone is speaking in Japanese, you would be Nihongo de hanasu. And yomu, to read. And we've got another class of verbs. So all those verbs prior were u verbs. All these verbs from now on are ru verbs. So okiru, to get up. Taberu, to eat. Neru, to sleep. Miru, to look at. Irregular verbs now. Kuru, to come. One. Okay. If I'm remembering correctly, one sense of the word to come is actually represented by iku, but we're not going to discuss that. Suru, to do. There's also a bunch of verbs that are like something suru. For example, benkyo suru, right? That's to study, which is like benkyo is literally the noun of study. There's also soji suru or senpo suru, which are like literally clean do and walk do, or like like the noun form of walk, like to go for a walk type thing. Okay, we have 2 adjectives now, and it doesn't tell you that one of them is actually irregular. Good, which is an irregular one. It's, yeah. And then we have hayai, which is early. Now there are adverbs, and it doesn't tell you in the word list how you're meant to use them. But anyway, amari plus negative form of a verb is not much. Zen and a negative form is not at all. So for example, let's see. What's a good example of things that I never do? Zen hito o shinai. I'm not going to explain what that means because it's funnier that I don't. What are the adverbs? Taite, usually. So for example, taite, oh wait, gogo is like, gozen is my, yeah, okay. Earlier I said gogo was 2 p.m. No. Anyway, taite, gozen niji goro, nemasu. Yeah. given that I'm referencing a time and conjugating neru, which I literally said before, you can figure out what I said. Um, chotto, a little. So chotto is very versatile. Um, however, if you're actually serious about speaking, don't overuse chotto. Like when you mean like a little in terms of a sentence, or not, and not like oh chotto 難しいね. Like, oh, it's a little hard, right? Like, or like, oh, ちょっと, when someone's like, ah, パーティーに行きましょうか, right? You can be like, ちょっとすみません, right? Um, so when you're referring to it in terms of like the adverb as in a little bit, you can also use sukoshi, which is diversify your language. Then we have two more. Tokidoki, which uses the duplicate the word one. Nice. Um, that's something. Um, I guess this is kind of meant to be more of a meme stream, but I'm still trying to be educational because I can't help myself. So okay. And then yoku, often. Did I say tokidoki was sometimes? Yeah, tokidoki is sometimes. Mm. Expressions. そうですね. That's right. Let me see. Demo, but. Demo being like the one that goes at the start. So it would be like, uh, let's see. I,ならば、いいです。でも、uh, でも、ね、なるたいじゃないんです. Sure, that's a sentence. Okay. Hello. Well, should I say, uh, well, technically, it's not morning here. So I will say, uh, こんばんは, because it is evening here instead. I think that would be more comedic. Okay. They've leveled up in, what is this? Lesson 4. Is morning for you? Yes, that is illegal. They've leveled up. They're including the kanji for tango, which I know because I've seen this fucking kanji like a billion times going through the textbook while revising. Um, back in first and second year Japanese. Anyway, this is the more normal arrangement now. So we have nouns first. We have arubaito, which comes from Arbeit, which means work in German. However, in Japanese, it means specifically like part-time job, which is kind of interesting. Um, Kaimono, shopping. Kurasu, that one should be obvious. Anata, you. It's the neutral one though. If you want to be closer to someone or be a bit irreverent, you would say kimi. Okay. Isu, chair. Inu, dog. Omiyage, souvenir. Kodomo, child. Gohan, rice or meal. Shashin, picture or photograph. Tsukue, desk, which is what I am resting my textbook or textoboku on right now. What else? What about tegami, letter. Neko, nya. Pão, bread, which comes from Portuguese, I think, but it's like it's the same thing in like pretty much every fucking Romance language. It's like pain in Romania, it's pão in French, it's pão in Portuguese. Everything is pão. Hito, person. Email. No, wait. Actually, okay. In formal writing, generally you will see the letter E followed by the katakana meru, when they're being like very formal and technical. However, I am pretty sure people just say meru if they're referring to an email. What's next? Temple. Oh, otero. Koen. Park. Supermarket. No, wait, that's the shit. Supermarket, not supermarket. Okay. Department store. Busate, bus stop. Byoim, hospital. Hotel, that should be obvious. Honya, bookstore. Machi, town, city. Restaurant. Kino, yesterday. Jikan, hours in terms of like measuring. Ichijikan, specifically 1 hour. Nijikan would be 2, sanjikan, etc. Senshu, last week. Toki, at the time of or when. So, kodomo no toki, kawaii deshita. Although I guess technically, ichijinkan. Thank you, very good. Ooh, there are more days of the week now. We have Getsuyobi, Kaiobi, Suyobi, Mokuyobi, and Kinyobi for Monday through Friday. Now we've got a lot of u verbs, but only one ru verb now. Au, to meet, or like to see a person. So person ni au. So tomodachi ni au. Aru, there is. Which, or like, it's kind of like the inanimate object to be, but it gets used for like there is a thing at a place. So like, for example, let's say watashi no machi ni chugaku no restaurant ga takusan aru, right? That would be, in my town, there are many Chinese restaurants. Yes. Kaku, to write. Kau, to buy. Toru, to take a picture. Matsu, to wait. Which is where matte kudasai comes from. Because it's the, what's it called? It's the te form with kudasai, so please do thing. So matte kudasai is like please wait. What's next? Wakaru, to understand. Oh, they didn't put kanji for this one actually. There is kanji. If I recall correctly, it's the same one as bun. Oh yes, bun. Ippun, nippun, sampun, or whatever. Anyway, the minute one. Iru. A person is in or stays at. I mean, it's to be. It's like to exist, right? For animate objects. So person stays at place would be like place ni person ga iru. So like heya ni watashi ga iru. I am in my room. I am staying in my room. Like that's, but iru is more versatile than just this construction. So for example, you could be like inu ga iru. Actually, what it kyodai ga inai. There we go. That's an actual sentence. So I don't have siblings because I don't. And that's personal information. Adverbs and other expressions. They do this a lot in Genki. I don't like it. They just lump adverbs and other expressions into the same section. It is not good. Gurai, approximately, but like in terms of like measuring. So for example, you could be like, uh, kami ga, uh, what's a good length of hair? I don't fucking know. Like, uh, I don't know what centimeters is in Japanese. Never mind. Bad example. Gomen nasai. I'm sorry. The more casual one would be gomen. Um, so therefore, dakara. Yes. Taksan, many, a lot. Generally, you put this one right next to the verb. So, for example, if I wanted to say I read a lot of books, I'd be like hon o taksan yonda, right? It's because it comes right before the conjugation of yomu. Um, what's next? To. Yeah, to is a very versatile particle. In this case, they're introducing it as together with a person. So, for example, uh, let's see. 彼女と喫茶店にコーヒーを飲みました。Together with my girlfriend, I drank coffee at a cafe. Wow, that's it also works as and, right? There is a famous and pretty funny manga called Yotsuba to, which is literally Yotsuba and, or like uh with Yotsuba. It's fun. You should read it if you have not read it. Um どうして why 一人で alone. Literally one single person. There's also futari that de, which is like with like two people or like anyway. Let's see. Where is the next? Oh my god. Is this lesson 5? This is lesson 7. Where's lesson 5? Textbook, yeah. Lesson 5. Okay. This is a fun chapter titled A Trip to Okinawa. Okinawa Ryoko. Yeah, that's what I expected. Okay. Umi. Sea. Okay. Kitte. Postage stamp. Kippu. Ticket. Surfing. I think that's pretty obvious. Shukudai. Homework. Tabemono. Literally eating things. You can figure out what that is. Tanjobi. Birthday. Testo. Test. Technically, there's like a word for exam and stuff, but test exists as well. Tenki. Weather. Literally like like heavens, like wind or whatever. Nomimono. Now, if nomu is drink and mono is thing, I wonder what a nomimono would be. Hagaki, postcard. I have not seen this word in literally 4 years. I guess because no one sends postcards anymore, right? So like I never would have had to like think about people writing about it or like write about it myself. Bus. Bus. Hikoki. Airplane. Heya. Room. Boku. Says used by men, but no. So sad people have forgotten about postcards. See, I don't think that's sad. I think that's just normal. Anyway, boku. So, pronouns in Japanese are not about gender. They are about, like, the vibe that you give off or want to give off, right? Like, they are somewhat gendered, right? Like, boku and ore denote masculinity in some ways, but also roughness, right? And dominance, right? Especially ore, right? And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have watashi, which is kind of very neutral, right? And very polite. And then we have atashi, which is very like feminine and soft. It's like, atashi wa blah 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 blah. And then if you're a cool Tokyo kid from the 90s, you say uchi because you want to be part of the in group. And that's literally, I don't remember what the etymology was. I don't remember if it developed out of uchi as like the in group or uchi as in my home. But yeah, that's another cool hip pronoun they won't tell you in the animes and mangoes. But yeah, pronouns. What was I? Yasumi, holiday. Matashi for real. Nice. Ryoko, travel. Now we are learning adjectives now. There are barely any verbs, but there are a fuck ton of adjectives. And they tell us that there's actually two kinds of adjectives. Spoilers, there are three. Sorry, Genki textbook. I spoiled the fun, but yeah. Anyway, e adjectives, which are probably generally the easiest to conjugate and easiest to remember how they work. So, atarashi, new. Atsui, hot, weather. Atsui, hot thing. What's it called? They're read the same, but they're different kanji, which you can't see because I don't want to get copyright striked for showing a Japanese textbook. but yeah, they just trust me on that one. Isagashi, busy. Oki, large. Omoshiroi, interesting or funny or yeah, kakoi. Conjugates like e, which is good looking or cool, right? Now, why does it say conjugates like e? Because e is like one of the only irregular adjectives, and sometimes it conjugates to yoku. All right. Also, I just got a notification about Minecraft 1.19.1 pre-release 5. Anyway, I'm not gonna bring that into here. Kawaii, frightening. Samui, cold. Tanoshi, fun. Chisai, small. Also, I've got fucking hair in my eye. This is what they don't tell you about long hair. It gets in your fucking face all the time unless you get a good hairstyle. And often my real life hair ends up looking like this hair, which is not fun. Kami ga nagai. Oh, what was I? Chisai. Tsumaranai, boring. Furui, old thing. If you want to be comedic, you can also say, which I specifically read in Kanashi. Okay, long hair care routine stream. I will admit I don't actually take that good care of my hair, so I don't think I'm the best person to talk about hair care. But anyway, furui. If you want to refer to yourself as furui, it can actually come off as funny because you're like, haha, I am an old thing, right? I don't remember off the top of my head what the actual proper word for like people is for like old. Yeah, I don't remember. We'll probably get to it eventually. Difficult, muzakashi, kanashi, sad. Yasashi, easy or like kind. Yasui, cheap or inexpensive. All right, now we have not adjectives. I'm not going to say the not at the end after them but the book actually does list it. But just know that this list of adjectives is they all have to be followed by na and conjugate like not adjectives. So kirai, disgusted with, to dislike. Which is okay, it's funny because it's kind of like kirei, which is beautiful or clean. So if you say anata ga uh あなたが綺麗です right? You'll be like, oh, you are beautiful. But if you say あなたが嫌いです accidentally, uh, yeah, it's like I hate you, as Anakin would say while burning. Genki, healthy. Related, o genki desu ka is like actually asking, are you healthy or are you well? Yeah. Same thing like yeah. In some languages like saying like how are you? Like in Romanian, cum ești, right? Like you're actually asking, like literally how are you, right? Whereas if you wanted to be casual, like, oh, how are you? Uh in Romanian it'd be like ce faci, like what are you doing? Or like how's it going? Right? Um in German, for example, it's like wie geht's? Like literally, how's it going? Because it's funny, because it's almost like German's a dramatic language, huh? And English is a dramatic language. Kinda wild how that works. Uh, Shizuka, quiet. Ski, fond of, to like. Daikirai. Yeah. So, daikirai is literally like to hate. But like you can like get the same implication by saying kirai. It's like if you really want to emphasize that you don't like something to the point of hatred, that's where you hit them with the daikirai. Let's see what else is there. Daisuki. Very if you have watched A Silent Voice or Koe no Katachi, you would have heard a character be like daisuki, right? Which is big like. Well, or love. Very fond of, yes. Now this one is not a slur. Nigiyaka. That is lively in Japanese. There are some words in Japanese that sound kind of like a certain slur in English, and just prefacing it, I don't think that particular verb is actually in here as far as I remember, but nigiyaka is. Like for example, nigiyaka na machi would be lively town, and that is what I mean. Because I am not the kind of person that would be like, I'm going to say the word in Japanese that kind of sounds like a slur to say the slur. No. Slurs are bad. Okay? If you're not part of the group, don't try and reclaim them, right? Like as you know, as a queer person, I like to call myself queer, right? But I wouldn't want other people to refer to me in that way, right? Like that's how it works. Slurs are bad people. Yes. I don't know. I just felt like I had to say that because a certain section of the VTuber fan community is like, yeah, they said, hold on, I should look up what the verb actually means because I don't remember. I know it's a verb. Yeah, I am getting out a mobile phone. Jisho.org. It's important to say, yeah. Okay. So, the verb for to run away, okay, is I don't even want to say it, but if you look up to run away in, for example, jisho.org, the online dictionary, you'll see what I mean, right? Now, it's just a normal word, right? It's like like I could literally say, "Oh, I'm running away from the bad guys in a video game." But some people would take it as like, my favorite VTuber said a certain bad word, and it's like, no, no, they did not. They said to run away. Shut up. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my high horse and go back to reading words because that's what everyone's here to see. Hima, not busy or to be free. Um, Cringe people indeed. Oyogu, to swim. Uh, oh yeah, these are verbs now, by the way. Kiku, to ask. So technically, yeah. Kiku can be like to listen, but also to like ask a person something. There are limited phonemes in Japanese. Noru, to ride or to board. So that kind of indicates what kind of transport you would be riding if you said noru. So for example, densha. No wait. Yeah, jitensha, you would not be noru, but basu, you would be noru, or what is the word for train? I can't believe I'm not remembering the word for train. This is embarrassing. Is it densha? Is it? It probably is. I'm probably overthinking it. It probably is literally just densha. Yes, it's densha. Densha ni noru, right? Basu ni noru. You ride a train. You ride a bus because you board them. Okay. Yaru, to do or to perform an action. Yeah. Okay. One ru verb. Dekakeru. You can also say like deru, which is like to literally like to go out. Like dekakeru and deru are like a couple things. Like deru would be like more like to like go outside, like exit. Anyway, they use the same kanji as the root of the verb. It's just you add different like bits on the end. Okay. Adverbs and other expressions. Issho ni, together. Yagoku, sugoku, extremely. Sore kara, and then. You would start a sentence with that. You'd be like, Sore kara, watashi wa, I don't know. Heya ni karu. There you go. That's a sentence. Daijoubu. If you are a weeb, you will know what that means. If you are not a weeb, that means it's okay or like it's fine. Totemo, very, right? There's another adverb that's like very as an intensifier. I don't remember what it is though, which is probably why I only got like a 60 on my essay in Japanese. But that's okay. Donna, what kind of? Donna hito ga suki desu ka? Watashi wa onna no hito ga suki desu. Someone will watch this and know what that means, and it will be funny. I mean, it's not funny. I am literally I have rezuki. What's the next one? My. Oh yeah, they introduce counters, but they only give you one. Look, honestly, they should just give you a link to that website that has every fucking Japanese counter. That would be optimal. Anyway, my is the counter for flat objects. So, ichimai, nimai, sammai, tegami, right? Well, actually, it'd be like, let's say I have 3 letters. It'd be like tegami ga sammai aru, right? It comes after the counters and the counter words, they're like whack. Anyway, made, to a place, or as far as, or until. So let's say kono raibu wa uh 1時半頃します。I don't know. wait, no. 1時半頃までします。I forgot the まで. Okay. What is next? Like, lesson 6, right? Where is lesson 6? Here is lesson 6. So in lesson 6, they actually introduced the te form, which is a pretty important one. Anyway, nouns. Okane, money. Ofuro, bath, but like the Japanese style one. Kanji. I shit you not, it literally says kanji next to it, so it's not just me. Kyokasho, that's textbook. Yes. Konshu, this week. CD. I think that one's obvious too. What the I don't remember this one. Minbyoin Municipal Hospital. Oh wait, what? Ooh. Okay, I can do this. That's funny. Okay. Shower. That's what I did earlier, because I'm not a sweaty gamer. I'm a gamer girl. I gotta get my gamer girl bathwater somehow. By showering or bathing myself. Tsugi, next, or like yeah, like continue. Or Tsuzuki would be like to continue. Anyway, denki. And that would be electricity. And I'm having a water break. I need water. Almost like talking non-stop means that I end up needing water. Hey. Where was I? Densha. There's train. Damn, I just had to wait until this one, and then I would have gotten exactly what I needed, huh? Nimotsu, baggage. Pasokon, personal computer. Noto pasokon would be notebook computer. I don't know if there's a specific word for ultrabook though. Although ultrabook is like Intel branding. Whatever. Okay. Page. Pages. Page. Mado. Window. Yoru. Night. Raishu. Next week. Rainen. Next year. Notice it. What do you call GigaChad dope gaming computer? I don't know honestly if there's like a SNS slang way to refer to like an RGB'd up gaming computer. I guess if I wanted to get across the idea that I have like a gaming computer, I'd probably literally just say like game no pasokon. I don't know if there is. I feel like there probably is. Yeah. Truly the Japanese are still awakening. I mean, they are awake to the wonders of notebook computers at least. Okay. There's one adjective in this chapter, and that adjective is taihen, tough. Okay, now we have a bunch of verbs, a lot of verbs. They introduced the concept of more irregular verbs. They actually okay. The irregular verbs that they introduce are just like built upon kuru. So yeah, it's literally tsurete kuru, motte kuru, like to bring a person or a thing. So like it's like combining the te form of uh tsureru. I don't fucking know. I think it's yeah tsureru, right? Um, so tsureru I guess would be like hold maybe I don't know, but it's like to bring a person. So tsurete kuru, and then there's motte kuru, which is based on motsu and kuru. Motsu being to like hold. Anyway, other verbs. Asobu to play. Isogu to hurry. Ofuru ni haeru to take a bath, which is what a lot of people that call themselves VTuber fans need to do. I don't know if that came up as a wink. Hold on. There we go. That's a wink. To return. Kaesu to return a thing. Kesu to turn off or to erase. They don't introduce transitive and intransitive verbs yet. Kesu is like the what's the difference between transitive and intransitive? One of them is like doing a thing to something, and then the other thing is like the thing itself is doing it. I think this is the transitive because it would make sense that like you're doing a thing. There's like a transitive property of like I am turning off the light. So I'd be like tenki o kesu, right? Shinu to die. Let's see, to sit down. Sawaru. Classic back to, transitive verb. Ah, okay, I was right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so this is the transitive form. There's yeah, kesu is the transitive. So thing or kesu, thing or extinguish or turn off, right? Um kaesu is the I think that's the intransitive, so it's like anyway, it's not I'm not up to the intransitive transitive split what they actually explain because in Japanese there is actually like there are transitive and transitive pairs that you have to remember because in English yeah it's like they don't work the same and that's okay they're allowed to not work the same anyway thinking to Romanian now oh you yeah okay in order to make like a distinction between a transitive and intransitive, it's like, oh wait, no. Okay, um, it's like if I'm like putting myself on the internet versus putting things on the internet, be like, your ma expon because the ma is like the I don't fucking know what like case that is, but it's like it's referring back to me, right? Your ma expon versus jag spawn video på internet, right? It's like that this it's still like the transitive. It's just I'm adding in the the object is like still me because anyway, grammar. Okay. Where was I? Swaru. Tatsu to stand up. Tabako o su. Um, that one is to smoke tobacco. And they teach us this verb in order to tell us smoking is bad. And I agree, it is bad. Hope that's not controversial because, yeah. Tsukau, to use. tatsudau to help. Hide to enter, e.g. enter a bathtub. Motsu to carry or to hold. Yasumu to be absent from or to rest. And it's interesting because it's the same kanji as yasumi, holidays, and it's the same reading. It's just like the yasu bit is attached to a different particle at the end. Yeah. More verbs. Akeru to open something. That's the transitive. I don't remember the intransitive off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I'm bad. Oshieru to teach. Oriru to get off. Kareru to borrow. Shimeru to close. I think this one, the pair is like shimeru and shimaru for transitive and transitive, if I remember correctly. Some of them like fall into a like nice pattern, but not all of them do, so you can't actually like remember them based on the pattern. It's a whole thing. They taught us that that there actually is no pattern. Have fun. Which is why I don't remember them all. Shower or aso wait, abiru. Oh yeah, to soak and like shower, like to like yeah, that one. Tsukeru to turn on. Denwa o kakeru. Literally like to like grab the phone or whatever. Make a phone call. Wasureru. This is what I've done with a lot of vocab, which is to forget. Unfortunate. Irregular verbs. I already covered those. Adverbs and other expressions. Ato de, later on. Asoku, late, or like to do something late. Kara, because. It can also be more than just because though, or like it can be like it'd be like 1時から2時まで would be like from 1 to 2, right? That's what kara can also be, if I recall correctly. 結構です. That would be fine, or that won't be necessary. Okay. I guess that's just saying it's all good, bruv. すぐ right away. 本当ですか? You can like okay. This is the more like neutral way of saying like 本当ですか? Or like is it real, like really, or is it real kind of thing. The one that most people would have probably heard is 本当に, which is like, or like 本当, which are like the more casual ones. Technically 本当に would be like you could be like 本当に難しい出した or like 宿題は本当に優しいね would be like, oh, the homework was really easy, or like it really was easy kind of thing, right? Yeah. Words. Yukuri, slowly or unhurriedly. Wonderful. Ah, yes, this is where they... Wait, why do I have a piece of paper here? What does it say? Kampai. Why does it say kampai? What the fuck? Okay. Thank you, past Riley, for writing kampai, cheers, on a piece of paper and putting it in my textbook. That's always fun. Okay. Ane, older sister. Specifically, that would be like your own sister. There's like Ane, Ani. I don't remember the other ones, but these are the ones for like close family, same as like uh Australia, yes. Um, it's the ones that are like what's it called? The close family, like Chichi and Haha, father and mother, and like Ane, Ani, etc. Apato, that one's probably quite obvious. Uh, Imoto, younger sister. Uta, song. Do they do uta? Okay, they do. Okay. Uh, Oji-san and Oba-san, old man, old woman, grandpa, grandma. Ototo, younger brother. Otoko no hito, that is man, literally masculine person. Oni-san, one-san, old brother and sister. Onna no hito, which is that. Uh, while I'm here, right? There's a really easy drop-in replacement for the T word for like the femboy characters. It's otoko no ko, which is literally otoko from otoko no hito, and ko, which is sometimes read as musume, which is daughter, literally male daughter, can be used to refer to femboys and cross-dressing, right? Instead of a certain T word. Interesting how weebs don't want to use the actual Japanese term, huh? Anyway, where was I? Kaisha, company, kazoku, family, kami, hair, um, kyodai. It says brothers and sisters. It's siblings. Kuchi, mouth, kuni, country. Kuruma, car, game, game, konbini, uh, yeah, convenience store, circle. Okay. In Japanese, um, there's like a distinction between like university style clubs, which are referred to as circle, like literally circle, right? Um, and the more like high school style clubs, because the club culture there is different. Called kurabu, right? Um, so for example, right, K-On, right? They're part of the K-On-bu, the like light music club or whatever. Um, because they're high schoolers, and I'd feel weird watching it again because I watched it when I was also a high schooler, and now I'm not a high schooler, and it'd be like, damn, why am I looking at an anime that's about high schoolers in a music club? I don't know. Feels weird. Um, um, stories where they show them like going to college and being like my age feel better. Like, cause it's like, a I can relate to those experiences being in the past, and now I can relate to the future, which is now for me. Yeah, it is the worst. Like there is like a reasoning as to like romanticized like high school time, but I don't romanticize my high school time. I'm literally trans. um yeah, that's that. Um anyway, uh shokudo, cafeteria, dining commons. Yeah, this is another high school type word that I don't know. Yeah. Um DVD is DVD. Very nice. Then we have Chichi for father, but it's like the my father type thing. Uh, and then Haha for my mother, as I said before. And then we have Me, which is I. because I see you. Megane. I don't know, like, yeah. It's weird. Megane I see written with katakana sometimes, and sometimes it's like the kanji, and it's like, what the fuck? Anyway, we have some adjectives to go through now. Wonderful. Um, Atama ga ii, literally like brain is good, or like head is good. That's smart or clever. And like every other adjective that has e as part of it, like literally the word like e or yoi, it conjugates like e as in good. Kawaii, uh, yeah, we know what that one means. Se ga takai and se ga hikui, tall and short. Like literally, height is a lot. Height is not much. Takai, yeah, takai is long. Um, oh, nagai is long. Takai is big or like tall. Um, hayai, fast. It can also, the same like reading can be like early though as well. Mijikai, short. My hair is not mijikai though. I mean, my avatar, it kind of is now with this hairstyle. I don't know. I kind of like this hairstyle. It's like, yeah, hair. I don't know. I feel kind of more anime with this though. Whatever. My real life hair, I want the Byleth cut though. The like wolf cut or whatever the fuck it's called. Mm. Anyway, Shinsetsu na is kind and Bendy na is convenient. Verbs. Utau, which is something that I can't do right now because my mouth is getting dry from just reading out Japanese words. Kaburu, to put on a hat. Or like to put on anything on your head, I think, really. Shiru, to get to know, or like to know something. She'll be like, if someone was like, assuming you live under a rock, they'd be like, Pokemon, oh, shirimasu ka? And you'd be like, yeah, no shit. Yeah. Shitemasu. I know. So it's like in the process of knowing, right? And then shirimasen is do not know, right? So, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, Pokemon, oh, shitemasu ka? Yeah. I guess the casual form would be like, shitteru. Um, hmm. Sum, to live somewhere. So I could be like, Meruboru ni sumu, because I'm not gonna be more specific than that, but I am in fact in the state of Victoria, in one of the many suburbs of Melbourne, because there are a lot. So it's not that big a thing to be like, yo, I live in Melbourne. Like, yeah, no shit. Pretty much like 90% of Victoria lives in Melbourne. Hey, um, haku, to put on items below your waist. Yeah, so like you put on trousers. That would be haku. Jeans or haku. Um, futoru, to gain weight. Futotte mas, to be on the heavy side. I like how they euphemize it. You can just say to be fat. Like, there's nothing wrong with being fat. It's like, if you're healthy and you're fat, that's literally fine. And anyone saying that that's bad needs to go, like, have a very nice April 21st, 2023 at 6:05 p.m. GMT. Um, that is a joke, by the way. Um, the part about the random date, that is very ominous. That's the joke. The bit about being positive about, fat positivity. that was not a joke. I genuinely believe that. Like as long as look, if your BMI is like you're slightly overweight, but like you go on walks a lot, right? And you're like your cardiovascular health is pretty good, like who cares? Who fucking cares? Right? Anyway, um the opposite, as the textbook loves to tell us, is yaseru, and the being thin, which they don't euphemize like being fat because can't use the F word, right? Because it's bad. Actually, it's not bad. I just had a bit of a ramble about why it's not bad, huh? Anyway, yasute imasu is the thing to be thin. Megane o kakeru. Yeah. So kakeru is like accessories generally. Is like you put them on. That's the kakeru. Um to put on clothes above your waist is kiru. So kimono o kiru. It's the same ki, by the way. Um tsutomeru, to work for. Yeah. So it could be like watashi ni tsutomete imasu. Because yeah, I am self-employed technically, if we're being technical about it. What other words are there? Kekkon suru, to get married, which is I want to get gay married, to be honest. Yeah. Adverbs and expressions. Ga, but. That would be like a sentence final particle. Gay married. Yeah. There's 結婚したいんですが、彼女は外国に住んでいます。Yeah, pretty sad when you put it that way, don't you think? For the translator, for the people that don't know Japanese, I want to get lesbian married because there's but my girlfriend is overseas or like lives overseas. Very sad. Anyway, um, not anything. Nani mo something something. Nani o tabemashita ka? What did you eat? Nani mo tabemashita? I did not eat anything. Nin, counter for people, yeah. Hitori, futari, sannin, yonin, blah 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 blah. One person, hitori, two people, futari, yeah. Betsuni, nothing in particular. No, my girlfriend doesn't go here, she's overseas. Yeah. The internet is wonderful, but also not for that. Moshi moshi, hello, used on the phone. Mochiron, of course. Yokattara, if you would like. Let's see, where is number 8? Oh, this is more tiring than I thought. Probably because I like giving my little commentary instead of just reading every word, but that's okay. Asatte, day after tomorrow. Not every language actually has a word for this that's in common use. For example, German has übermorgen, which is used. Romanian has poimâine, which is used. We also have răspoimâine, which is like the day after tomorrow. And English has overmorgen, or overmorrow. Overmorrow is what English has. But Nobody uses overmorrow for day after tomorrow. We just say day after tomorrow. And yeah. Romanian and German and Japanese are superior because you can say asate or übermorgen or poimine, which is why English bad. Rain, ame, ame ga furu. It is raining. Kaishain, didn't they literally have that earlier? Camera. Yeah. Camera. Karaoke. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. Cookie. Uh, it's not kooky. It's just kooky. Air. Polyglot is. I wouldn't count my half-remembered German and kind of shitty Japanese as like fluent. I would only say that I'm like fluent in English and Romanian. And I think polyglot is 5. So I need to pick up a 5th language if I wanted to technically count as a polyglot. Let's see. Are there any languages I have a passing familiarity with? I don't think so. There's no other language unless you count British. You want me to talk British for a bit? I'd rather not become a British streamer. This is not my natural accent. My natural accent is a bit of a mix of Australian and American in it. Yeah, British is very much not in. Let's see. If you count me being able to vaguely understand Dutch because I know English and a bit of German, and being able to read like uh Moldovan Romanian and like Aromanian and Istro Romanian as like knowing those languages, then technically sure I'm a polyglot then, but I wouldn't count it. Also, hello. That is a moai. Very cool. Should get back to just reading words though. Okay. Kessa this morning. Kokuban, blackboard. Kongetsu this month. Shigoto, job, work, occupation. Damn, haven't you heard that one before? Daigakusei, same thing. We've heard college student before. Tenki yuho, weather forecast. Tokoro, place. Tomato. Wonder what that is. Natsu, summer. Nanika, something. Party. Barbecue. Hashi, chopsticks. Fuyu, winter. Homestay, living with a local family. Literally exchange, but you live with a family. That's what homestay is. Maishu, next week. Oh, not next week. Every week. Rai gets next month. Now we have a bunch of adjectives. Jozu and heta. So literally like good at and poor at. So for example, Nihongo ga heta desu. Yume, famous, which is what I am not, unfortunately. Now we have verbs. Lots of verbs. Got verbs for verbs for verbs. We've got ame ga furu, which I said earlier, which is it rains. Uh, arau to wash. Iru to say. Iru to need. Asaku naru to be late, or like to become late. Omou to think, which often comes like you often have sentences where it's like, 日本語が下手だと思います. Which is like, I believe or I think that I am not good at Japanese. 切る to cut. 作る to make. 持っていく to take a thing. They literally had that in the last chapter. Why are they? Okay. じろじろ見る to stare. It's using the onomatopoeia of like jiro jiro. Yeah. If you've read manga, you would have noticed that as onomatopoeia. Actually, no. If you read manga that like and no katakana, you would have noticed that. And I have. Yeah. Yeah. What was I? Suteru. To throw away. Hajimeru. Oh, here we go. So this is the transitive and transitive pair. I remember this one. Hajimeru is to begin something. It's like you'd be like kurasu o hajimeru or kurasu o hajimemashita. Or the class has begun. Or I have met you, hajimemashita, right? That's that, right? And then hajimaru it falls into the pattern nicely. Even though there is no pattern. So some of them have a pattern. Hajimaru is it begins. So like kurasu wa hajimaru. Kurasu wa hajimashita, right? Irregular verbs. Unten suru, sentaku suru, soji suru, denwa suru, ryori suru. A bunch of suru verbs. So drive, do laundry, clean, call, cook. Literally. Ryori is like cuisine or cooking, right? So then ryori suru is to cook, to do cooking, right? Denwa is phone. Denwa suru, to do phone. That's a fun one, right? Sentaku is like laundry, right? That's okay. Adverbs and other expressions. Itsumo, always. No. Yes. I'm not kidding. That is literally what it. Yeah. So with the long vowel is no, but with a short vowel is yes. It's similar to how in English it'd be like or yeah. That's how it goes. Kampai, cheers. That's what I wrote on a piece of paper, and it's also on the list for some reason. What is this? 残念ですね. That's too bad. について. So for example, このライブは、日本語の言葉についてです. So this stream is about Japanese words. Wow. Not yet. Mother, blah blah blah. So, mother, ライブは終われないです. Or 終われない. I always had des at the end for some reason. Yeah. Anyway, I don't need to. But yes, ライブはまだあらない。Yeah, because it needs a negative. みんなで all of the people together. There's like the ending song, the Dongo song from Clannad is like it has minna de because it's like about people doing things together in it. Okay, here's some more. Okay. So, nouns again. Iko, good child. Iro, color. Iro is various, funnily enough. Obento, boxed lunch. Kabuki is kabuki. Um, if you don't know what kabuki is, it's a type of Japanese theater. Guitar is obvious. Kyonen, last year. That one's a regular for like the time ones because it's like, oh, why is it Kyonen and not Shunen? Or like, or not Senshu or Sennen. No, it's Kyonen. Okay, kusuri, medicine. Kusuri o nomu, to take medicine. Concert. Concert. Wow. Kondo, near future. Sakubun, essay composition. Shiken, exam. I passed my Japanese exam a couple weeks ago because I'm based like that. Um, actually, it was like more like a month and a half ago now. But anyway, tango, word vocabulary. Piano, yeah. Pizza, yeah, that's obvious. Byoki, illness. In Chinese, it's Bing, right? So, what some people will say in Chinese is "Niyo Bing ma," which is "Are you sick?" In an offensive way. um, I think that's funny, personally, but yeah. Um, here we have some colors as well as young. We have aoi, which is blue. We have akai, which is red. We have kuroi, which is black. And we have shiroi, which is white. Then we have sabishi, which is lonely. And lastly, we have wakai, which is young or like youthful. Then we have ijiwaru, which is mean-spirited. Yeah, there is a song that has ijiwaru in it. There are probably many songs, but I'm thinking of one specific one. Dance, odoru. Owaru, that's the verb I used before. Something ends. It's the intransitive form of it. Ninki ga aru, to be popular. So for example, you could be like, Australia ni 中国の料理は人気がある, which is, in Australia, Chinese food is popular. There's also a lot of Chinese immigrants, so no shit it would be popular because like a lot of them would make it, so it makes sense. It's good though. I like being able to just like go to a restaurant and be like, yo, you probably know how to make food. I just have to figure out if you have white people spicy or like actual spicy, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Hajimaru. Something begins. See? Hajimaru. That's the intransitive. I know things. And then we have hiku, to play a string instrument, including the piano, and fuku, which is to play a wind instrument. Then we have morau, to receive. Wait, they introduced morau. What the fuck? Okay. In Japanese, the like verbs for to receive and to give are like, yeah, so like morau is you or a person you closely identify with receive something. And you wouldn't use it to say a random person or your friend has received something. The word that you'd use there is kureru, right? The word for giving then is ageru, right? And you just use that for like everyone, right? So, um, wait, no, kureru is giving, but it's like giving coming in. I don't look. There's a fucking diagram in the next book in the Genki series, and I will take a look at it to refresh myself. But point is, they just fucking introduce morau, and they're like, haha, have fun with that, and they don't explain that ageru, kureru, morau are like a whole thing. Anyway, oboeru, to memorize. That's hopefully what I'm doing by reading out all these random words here. To appear. Deru, to exit. Or to attend, yeah. Okay. Undo suru and senpo suru are physical exercises and walking respectively. It's not respectfully. Um, and we have a couple things. We have adverbs and then we have counters for small items. So, what we these are the counters for like pretty much in general things. Okay. Kara, from. Yes, the kara is not just because. By all means, zehi. Yeah. Tokoro de, by the way. Minna, all. More already. Omae wa mo shindeiru. That's what the more is. Omae is like an old way of saying you. More is like already, and shindeiru is like to be dead. Now you know what that meme phrase means, haha, literally. What's next? Number counters. Hitotsu, futatsu, mitsu, yotsu, itsutsu, mutsu, nanatsu, yatsu, kokonotsu, to. Yeah, I don't remember these on the top of my head, but they exist. All right. How many more do I have? Fuck me. All right. I'm just gonna finish the Genki one every word, and I will probably not continue this because holy shit, my mouth is so dry. Now it is less dry, but also holy shit. Okay. Aki, autumn, or fall if you're American. Isha, doctor. Eki, station. Okanemochi, rich person. Kao, face. Um, um, Ahegao is written the way it is. It is literally ahe face, or like, I'm not going to describe it in more detail, but the gao is like the sound change, like the voicing of kao. Yeah. Also, another word that has kaomoji, right? Face expression, like face characters, right? So that's, yeah. E. That's where the kao in kaomoji comes from. Okay. Gyunyu, milk. Kisetsu, season. Credito card. That is a word that exists. Keiki. That's pretty obvious. Shout out to Keiki Hime, who probably doesn't need any shout outs, especially not with someone that has like 200 subs. Anyway, yeah. No, I don't know. I gotta support the fellow gays, you know. Um, Kotoshi this year. It's not konnen or something. It's Kotoshi. Um, sa Soccer. That's soccer. Shirts. Oh, shirts is shirt. Shinkansen is the Shinkansen. Shinkansen. I don't know. What is the Americanized way of calling the Shinkansen the Shinkansen? Bullet train. Super fast train that I wish more countries had. High speed railway. I want to be able to hop on a train, right? And be up in like fucking Canberra in like 2 hours, right? Hang out with my friend up there, and then go see Old Parliament House or whatever, and then have dinner, and then catch a train back and have a day out where I just fucking take a bullet train up to Canberra, right? That would be cool. But apparently, that costs money, and money has to go into tax cuts instead. Sushi. I wonder what that one means. Uh, seikatsu, like everyday life, like living style type thing. So like if you'd be like gakusei no seikatsu, you'd be referring to like the student life, right? Sekai, world. Chikatetsu, subway. Tebukuro, gloves, which my model now has because it's cool. Actually, I can show that off, can't I? I can just do this. I have gloves. Yeah, because I'm cool. I have the gloves. Tempura. That is yeah. Uh Tokoya, barbers. Haru, spring. Pantsu. Okay. So pantsu is like it has connotations of a certain type of garment. I don't know if I'm technically if this I just W. It's panties, I guess. Um, Trousers, that kind of pants, like the kind of garment that jeans are, right? Like that kind of pants is actually zubon, according to my note here, and I remember giggling at that because they literally told us, yeah, pantsu is pantsu, and zubon is what you really want to be referring to as pants. Okay, byoin. Yeah, this is one they include just to like show you that byoin and byoin are two different words. This one's beauty parlor, whereas byoin is hospital. Um, beam, flight. Fune, ship or boat. Yokkyo, baseball. Yumeijin, celebrity. Yoyaku, reservation. There's also yote, which takes the first kanji, that's the yo kanji, and adds plans. Raigaki, which is next semester. Ringo, apple. Now for some adjectives. Atatakai, warm. Osoi, slow. Suzushi, cool weather. Tsumetai, cold things or people. Nemui, which is what I am right now. In other words, sleepy. Kantan, easy or simple. Now some verbs. Kakaru, to take an amount of time. Tomaru, to stay at a hotel or whatever, or wherever you're staying. Naru, to become. Such as Yagate Kimi ni Naru, a fucking banger that everyone should read, honestly. Harau, to pay. Kimeru, to decide. What else is there? Ryoko suru. Ryoko being holiday, so literally to travel is to do holiday or to do trip. Renshu is practice, so renshu suru is to do practice. Adverbs and other expressions. Aruite, by foot or like on foot. Ichiban is best, but it's also like the ordinal, like the ordinal counters. So like ichiban, niban, samban, etc. would be like first, second, third, which they don't tell you yet, I don't think. Ka, or it's like a particle, so be like game ka nihongo o hanasu koto ga ii ne. Hopefully. Something ka getsu for blah 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 month. Go in time after. I don't remember using that one. That's fine. Kono goro, these days. Shukan, the measure of like weeks. Let's see. De, by. It's de as a particle is generally like by or with type thingy. So like in the sense of like Nihongo de hanasu, it's like to speak in Japanese is like you're speaking with Japanese in a sense. You could describe it in that way. But it's yeah. Okay. Doyatte, by what means or how. Dochira, which. Dochi, a more casual way of saying which. Dono gurai, how much, how long. Nen, years. Hayaku, hurry up. Or do something fast, pretty much. Which is what I need to do with this. Where is it? Here we go. I'm getting there. I'm close. I have 2 more lists. And then we will have every Japanese word. Australia. Obvious. Okashi. Candy. Or snack. Oshogatsu is New Year's. But like the Japanese like festival for like New Year's type thing. Generally. Otoko no ko. That's with okay. If you don't include the kanji for musume, that can be read as ko, then it's just boy. Otoko no ko can be just boy, depending which kanji you use. Okay, festival, omatsuri. There are a bunch of festivals named like Hanamatsuri or like I don't remember. There's but like something festival, so like flower festival or like yeah. I don't remember festivals off the top of my head, especially not at like almost 2 a.m. Omocha, toy, onsen, hot spring spa type thing. Onna no ko, girl. Gaigaku, or gaikoku, foreign country. Kashu, singer. Kawa, river. Kyampu. I think that's pretty obvious. Kochira, this person, polite. Hongaki this semester. Shacho, president of a company. Jugyo, class, but like the more Japanese style of saying it. Shorai, future. Jinja, the Shinto shrine, because Otera is the Buddhist temple. Tsuri, fishing. Doraibu, drive. Bir, obvious. Bijutsukan. Yeah, art museum. Host family. Mizuumi, lake. Literally water sea. Okay. Yama, mountain. Funnily enough, Mount Fuji is called Fujisan, which takes the Chinese reading of Yama and kind of makes it sound like it's Mr. Fuji, but like no, it's Fuji Mountain. Yume, dream. Roommate. And they were roommates. Now for some verbs, because apparently we don't need adjectives anymore. Uso o tsuku, to tell a lie. Uso tsuki, according to my notes, is a liar. So that's fun. Onaka ga suku, that is to become hungry, which I kind of am right now, but I'm going to go to bed after this stream, because holy shit. Kau, to own a pet. Saboru, to be truant, to cut classes, which is not something that I have experience with, do I? Toru, to take, or to get a grade. No, take a class or get a grade. Narau, to learn. That's a good one. I am narau right now. Noboru, to climb. Hataraku, to work. Tsukareru. Watashi wa ima tsukareru. To quit, yameru. I think it's also to stop as well. I don't know. It's anyway. If you hear people be like yamero, that's like the imperative form of like you stop doing that, quit it. Kenka suru. Wow, these regular verbs are all basically something suru. Wow. Kenka, fight. Kenka suru, to have a fight. Shokai, introduction. Shokai suru, to introduce. Daeto suru. That is probably pretty obvious. Chikoku suru, to be late for an appointment. Ryugaku, exchange or like foreign like study. Ryugaku suru, studying abroad. Wow. Ato de, after an event. Ato no blah blah blah. Oh wait, it'd be like party no ato uchi ni kaeru. Oh, kaete neru. There we go, that's the sentence. Shushin, place of origin, like coming from. So I could be like, watashi no shushin wa Australia desu, even though I technically speak the languages, because I'm a heritage speaker. Because I'm a first generation immigrant. Which is cool and doesn't really identify me, because there's a lot of those in Australia, huh? Let's see. Soshite, and then. That you do that at the start. Soshite, raibu no ato de neru. Dake, just, only. I don't remember, like, it would be like, genki ichi dake yonda. That's that's a sentence, I guess, that uses that. 10 points. Yes. Hisashiburi, that's it's been a long time, or it's been a while. Haha. Uh, ma is like so. So if someone's like, what's it called? You hit them with the oh, o genki desu ka? You could be like, ma. Motto is more. All right. There's technically additional vocab here. Um, fuck that. All right. Are there any more like bits of vocab? No, this is the last bit for Genki 1. All right. Last bit of vocab. And the last thing I covered pre-COVID. um okay, ashi, leg or foot. Um Funnily enough, in Romanian, the word for leg and foot is pichor, right? It's the same one, just like in Japanese. And you understand which one is meant from context. It's cool. Contextual based languages are cool because it's kind of like you can just drop a bunch of stuff and it's like it's okay because it's inferred from the context. Imi, meaning uh ote arai. Oh, ote arai. Yeah, restroom. Fancy way of saying it. People just say toire. Uh onaka, stomach. Onaka ga suite. I've become hungry. Uh Kaze, as in like cold, the illness type. Kanojo, girlfriend, and kare, boyfriend. Technically, these can be used for like he and she. However, uh I mean you'd more likely just be like ano hito or uh kami ga kuroi hito blah blah blah, right? You would not say like he or she, right? And if you're talking about someone like that isn't there, you wouldn't be like, oh, Riley-san wa blah 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 blah. Karojo wa blah 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 blah. Right? You would not say that, right? You would just say Riley-san, right? And if it's obvious that I'm the one being talked about, you just don't include the subject again because it's already been used with the topic marker, right? You'd be like, Rari-san wa kami ga midori ne. Totemo kawaii desu ne. Right? You would not be like, oh, Riley's hair is green. It's cute. Her hair is cute, isn't it? No, you'd just be like, it's inferred. You don't need to like repeat yourself. Anyway, small rant over. Um, Kion, temperature, weather. Kumari, cloudy weather. Shiai, match or game. Uh, juice, juice. Very nice. Seiji, politics. Seiseki, grade on a test. Seki, cough. Nado, throat. Ha, tooth. Hana, flower. Hanabi, fireworks. It literally flower fire. It's fun. Hare, sunny weather. Fuku, clothes. Futsuka yoi, hangover. I think it's literally 2-day illness. Presento. I wonder what that could be. Homesick. I wonder what that could be. Minasu. Oh, no, minasu. Oh, minas. だとな。minasu. Minus. Wow. Mono. Thing. Concrete object. Yeah, so not like abstract things. Yuki. Snow. Yuji. Yoji. Business to take care of. Now for some adjectives. Wow. Need some adjectives now. Amai. Sweet. Itai. Pain. Oi. Many. Semi narrow, not spacious. Tsugo ga warui. Inconvenient, to have a scheduling conflict, because that's very corporate. Warui, bad. Suteki, nice. Now some verbs. Aruku, to walk. Kaze o hiku, to catch a cold. Kyomi ga aru, to be interested in. Nakusu, to lose. Netsu ga aru, to have a fever. Nado ga kawaku, me right now, to become thirsty. Seki ga deru, to cough. Wakareru, to break up or to separate. Kincho suru, to get nervous. Now, I should remember this one next time I have a speaking test. Shimpai suru, to worry. Odaiji ni, get well soon. Genki ga nai, doesn't look well. Tabun, maybe, probably. Dekiru dake, as much as possible. Desho, right? Do, degrees. Nisan nichi, for 2 to 3 days. Node, because it's like kara but like a bit fancier, and the verbs that come before are conjugate a bit differently. Hajimete, for the first time. More so good. Very soon, in a few moments, days. Well, I'm going to count that as Japanese revision because I have read every word in every lesson's vocab list in Genki 1. And it took me over 2 hours because I keep rambling. Yeah, that's Japanese. Hopefully that wasn't too boring. Because I thought it was funny, and that's what's important, right? If it's funny, you gotta do it for the meme. I'll be back next week with more stuff, presumably. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.